You know, a lot of work goes into the upkeep of the Nickaymanon Trails Network. This morning, Ansley Watson is telling us about how you can support the trails in a fun way. Good morning, Ansley.
Vicki, good morning. Yeah, this weekend is just a huge celebration about the trails that we have right here in this very area. Now, the Marquette Trails Festivals take place Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Majority of the races, though, will be taking place on the South Trails, both biking and running races. Now, all the action, though, is taking place right here at the Marquette Ski Hill. We will have more details on how you can get involved, whether you're actually going to race or volunteer. So stay with us. Reporting live in Marquette, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Ansley. And as we get started for the day ahead, the 4th annual Marquette Trails Festival is coming up this weekend at the Marquette Mountain Ski Hill. So that's where Ansley Watson is right now to give us more about what they've got coming up. Morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. Over $10,000 was raised last year during the Marquette Trails Festival. Nick Dobbs is a race director. He's joining me this morning. Hey, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about the Trail Network and why supporting it is so important.
So the Nickaymanon Trail Network kind of encompasses mainly the area we're around, a little bit north of us as well. But it's a huge thing for the town. I mean, it's basically free for most people. You know, you can get like a single track pass, which is definitely great for the trail. But we do most of our fundraising for the, the trails and upkeep and all that with races and things like that. So Marquette Trails Festival is a big event which raises a lot of money for the trails.
Now, this is the 4th annual?
Correct, 4th annual.
And what can people expect for the weekend?
A lot of fun. So we have 10 races over 3 days.
Oh, wow.
And it's a busy weekend. We started off on Friday evening and kind of move on from there. Saturday, I would say, is our busiest day with 7 events, and then 2 more on Sunday. So a total of 10 events over the whole 3 days. So.
Where are some of those locations of where events will be taking place? Are there areas for spectators at all?
There is. So the main area is here at Marquette Mountain Ski Hill where we are today, and this is where the hub is going to be as far as registration. Start and finish line for a lot of the races will be right here behind us. But then all around us, using the Mount Marquette area, the Benson Grade area, and then even out in Forestville we have some trails. So a lot of good places. And if you are looking for places to spectate, you can always drop an email to marquettetrailsfest@gmail.com, and I personally will answer that and kind of give some good tips. So.
Describe some of the races. What are they like?
Well, probably the most spectator-based one is the dual slalom on Friday night. Head-to-head racing, we have 2 people almost racing as close as we are right now, down a course that's identical, and, lots of people standing around, and so that's really great. And that's up on the Benson grade. And I would say, again, that's probably the best one to watch as a spectator, because it's just right there. The action is right in front of your face, and the people are right next to each other, which is awesome.
Is there still opportunities to register for these races or even to volunteer?
There is. So you can still register up until the 21st, which is a couple days here. And then afterwards you can register day of as well. We will close online registration on the 21st. And then volunteers are huge too. We will take volunteers registering up until minute of, really. We take over 120 volunteers to kind of fill all the spots throughout the weekend. So our volunteers are huge for us, and we still need lots of them. So.
Is there a website people can go to do this?
Correct. So marquettetrailsfestival.com, and on there, within the first paragraph, you'll find all the information about volunteering, and then you can also click on events, see prices, pictures from last year, information on each race. It's all there, and pretty cut and dry. So.
All right, Nick, stay with us. We'll have more details later in the hour. Reporting live in Marquette, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Ansley. And of course, the Nickaymanon Trails Network hosting their 4th annual Trails Festival this weekend. This morning, Ansley Watson is at the Marquette Mountain Ski Hill for details on how you can take part. Good morning, Ansley.
Vicki, good morning. It's going to be a full weekend. Nick Dobbs is joining me. He's the race director. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So if nobody's ever experienced the Marquette Trails Festival before, what's the atmosphere like?
Fun. Everybody's here smiling, they're racing, they're hanging out with their friends, family members too. We do a lot of youth events through the weekend, so it's not just, the adults out there kind of racing and having fun. It's the little guys too, and the little girls, out there, and I think they're the true winners of the weekend too.
Right?
So, yeah.
That's what, when I was reading about this race, I noticed it's a race full of events for all ages, really.
Yeah, we try to build a family event. There's enough very serious events out there where it's just the diehards out there. And, which is great. We need those, and it definitely keeps the culture alive in the industry. But it's about the family for us, and having everybody out here and really just enjoying the trails. That's our big goal for the weekend. So
we're at the ski hill right now. It's kind of the hub of where everything will take place here. Talk us through the weekend. Starting Friday, what's going to happen?
So Friday, dual slalom. Registration will all happen right here at the ski hill through the whole weekend too.
Okay.
So that's a big thing for everybody to know. Registration will all happen here. But so Friday will be dual slalom up at the Benson grade. Saturday we start with a Twin Peaks trail run, which will be topping out on top of Marquette Mountain and Mount Marquette. And then we also move into our 5K trail run. We've got our long and our short cross country later on in the afternoon, early afternoon. Then we move into our youth races, both the run and the bike, and then the downhill race, which kind of zips us through the woods behind us here up on the ski hill. Really high paced and really fast technical riding, so really fun. And then we kind of close the night off with just a little bit of hangout, you know, some beers and some food here at the T-Bar. And then Sunday we start with our enduro in the morning, and then we finish off with our youth dual slalom in the afternoon. So it's a long weekend and lots of stuff going on.
Absolutely. Is there a specific race that's just kind of like a really big race to come and watch?
The enduro is going to be really awesome. That's probably going to be the most people throughout the weekend. We see, you know, probably over 100 people for that race alone, which is awesome. It's a little spread out throughout the weekend, but for being high-paced, really fast, really intense, that's a really good one to watch on Sunday. So,
where can people go to figure out where the events are laid out at? MarquetteTrailsFestival.com is going to be the best spot. We also do have a Facebook page, so you can find us there, Marquette Trails Festival, pretty easy. And most of the information though is going to be on the website. That's where you're going to find the hub of you know, all the sponsor information, all the races, times, locations, maps, all that stuff is there. There's still opportunity to register, but also to register to volunteer. I know that you're still looking for volunteers.
Yep. So volunteers are huge for us. We fill about 120 slots ideally throughout the weekend, and I think we're only around maybe 25 to 30% of that right now.
Okay.
So we really need volunteers. MarquetteTrailsFestival.com. Within the very first paragraph on the main site there, you're going to see a spot that says sign up, and you know, that's where you go to sign up and see where you go.
Nick, is there anything else you'd like to say about the Marquette Trails Festival?
4th year in a row now, so this is the annual event. Last year we raised pretty close to $11,000, and you know, just want to throw out a big big thanks to our big sponsor, Range Bank. Without them, this festival wouldn't happen like it does every year, so big thanks to them.
All right, Nick, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Reporting live in Marquette, Ansley Watson, and we'll be back with more of your TV6 Morning News after the break.